Okay, well, Mike, it's been a very busy summer for yourself. What's it like to be back in Bristol for another season?
Yeah, look, I love Bristol. It is my second home now, and no, it's great to be back. And the weather's been great so far. So no, looking forward to a big season this year.
How different does it feel for you coming back into the team with that year under your belt rather than being one of the new guys to the team?
Yeah, it looks all familiar. Four of us now back, or five, four of the main sort of core, or five main core guys. So it's good to sort of know what Andreas wants, know what the town or the city's like, and know what the people in the club and what the expectations are. So it's a lot easier, and there's a lot less pressure to sort of fit in. It feels a bit more natural so far.
Let's just talk a bit about what you've been up to this summer, because of course after the season finished with Flyers you went back to Perth and did a season with the Redbacks where you won the title with them, the first title in 20 years I think it was. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, that was massive. That's my junior club. That's where my original coach Dave Harris, he saw me as a 15-year-old kid shooting around, and that's where I started playing basketball. And to come through the program since under 16s, and it's my 9th year professionally with the club, and to win their first title in 20 years was a massive achievement, and something that I had on my sort of goals or my bucket list per se, and to tick that one off was just massive. It was huge for me.
Does it take its toll on your body having that season with the Flyers and then having a season out in Australia? Because obviously you don't get much rest on your body, do you?
No, I've been going 7 years back to back now, so the body's starting to tell me, there's a few little niggles here and there that haven't been in the recent years. But we got an excellent team here, and Craig, the physio, and the strength and conditioning coach that sort of look after me and look after the team, and can sort of scale back or scale up where it need be, and to keep my body in the best shape and my mind in the best shape to compete this year.
And since you've been back in Bristol, of course, it was announced at the new season launch event that you'd be taking the reins from Greg Street as the new captain. Big shoes to fill, isn't it, with Greg Street?
Yeah, massive. Greg is Mr. Bristol. He's been here. He played for 15 years with the club, and he's seen it since they were Division 4, I think, and all the way through to the BBL, and everything he's done for the community and for Bristol basketball as a whole is massive. And one thing that Greg really, taught me or instilled in me is, how to sacrifice and how to put the team before himself. And, one of the most selfless and humble guys there are. And so if I can just, emulate that and just be, 5, 10, 15, 20%, learn from him and put that into the club and into the team this year, I'll be proud. And, it is a big honour, and I accept it with, open arms.
How does that feel from your point of view, knowing that coach has that trust in you to lead this team? Because of course, you're only coming in for your second year with the club.
Yeah, massive. I got on with Andreas from day one, and all his accolades and everything he's done speaks for itself. We know he's a extremely knowledgeable coach, and everything he's done for the Flyers program, has been unreal, and no one really can ever come close to what he's done for the club. And so to have someone like him put that trust in me and instill that leadership and to bounce off him and him to bounce off me is just massive. It's really humbling, and it is a great honour.
Of course, the team are coming off their highest ever league finish in the BBL last season. What was Andreas outlined as the targets for the coming campaign?
We just want to pick up where we left off. Really, the second half of the year, we had a really positive record. We really wanted to finish with that winning record. It wasn't to be, but this year, goal number one is to finish as high as possible, and to definitely finish with a winning record. I'd love to see Bristol as a top 4 team this year. And really pushing for some silverware in the trophy and the cup as well. We want to be in that position where we bring a home, final to Bristol, and to really get the support from our fans, and to, like I said before, really push for that silverware.
And in terms of your individual targets, I know your dual nationality means that you're eligible to play for a Scottish national team in the upcoming Commonwealth Games. Is that a target for you this year?
Yeah, 100%. It all sort of came about, and I was born in Scotland, in Aberdeen actually. So, to be able to represent your national country or Scotland for me is massive, and the fact that it's in Australia on the Gold Coast, so it's kind of like home away from home. So to be able to do that and to be selected for that would be also a great honour and something that I would cherish for years to come.
We'll talk about the season. Of course, it starts this Saturday. Plymouth Raiders at home again. What are you expecting from them? Because of course they're very much a new look team this year, aren't they?
Yeah, it always comes about. First game of the season, Plymouth Raiders, and that Southwest derby. We always look forward to getting up in that one. But yeah, they've gone in a different direction, new ownership of the club and new coach and all new players. So I think they've done a good job of trying to build, a British core or a young group of guys there and bring in a few Americans to complement that. They've recruited well in imports that, new guys, and also, retaining Neil Watson, who's been in the league for a while. So, we know it's going to be a hard battle, and we're always up to the challenge, and to get that first win on the home floor at Wise is going to be everything this Saturday. So I think the boys are super pumped to get that win.
With a sold-out crowd expected at the Wise Arena, how much of a part are those fans going to play? Because they always get up for that Southwest derby, don't they?
Yeah, massive. Going on from last year, selling out the last 11, 12 home games, and to sell out this first game is massive for the club, and they really are the sixth man when you talk about it, and one of the loudest atmospheres in the BBL, I'd say. Being inside there, and it really is a daunting place for opposition teams, and it really just gives us that extra edge at home.